All right, joining me from New York to help us make sense of it all, senior writer for CNET, Greg Sandoval joins us. Hello, Greg. How are you?
How's it going?
Going well, thank you. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, online piracy was already illegal before today, right? They've already kind of gone through this. You weren't supposed to do it. There was a slap on the wrist, and then, like, grandmas got sued for running Napster. We've already been down this road, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so what's different now? What's crazy with this new promise between content creators and content providers and internet providers?
Okay, there is nothing, the first thing you got to know, there's nothing that the government has done to make this any more illegal. There's no punishments leveled by the government or anything like that. What's different is that these companies have gotten together and made this agreement. And they said, hey, listen, this is our network. These are our rules, and you got to play by them. And what that means is if you're caught, 6 times, we can crack down on your internet access.
So this is like a promise ring from the entertainment industry to ISPs, like, hey, put this on and promise that you're gonna, shun these evil pirates. And then after 6 strikes, what happens? Do they pull the plug on them? Do they take it to the courts?
They have a menu of stuff that they can choose from.
Ooh.
And it ranges from, they can throttle down. This is what people that have asked me about it, and they hear throttling down their internet, going back to the days of dial-up. Freaks them out. They could do that.
I'm on Time Warner. That's called 6 o'clock for me. You want to watch Netflix? Too bad. All right, cool. I'm sorry. So they can throttle you back. So they can slow you down if they catch you 6 times or more potentially downloading pirated material. They can slow you back down to dial-up speeds.
Yes, or they can block you from the internet. They can send you to a splash page. You can only go to this splash page until you get in contact with them, and then eventually until you stop downloading.
Wow. But now, again, it's not law. So the notion of being disconnected from the internet, that's because the DMCA, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, says that if you're caught pirating and the ISPs know that, then they have to disconnect you, right?
Right. But let's make sure that everybody understands that nothing in this new agreement says that they will cut you off forever. They wanted to make sure that everybody knew that look, hey, we're not saying a lifetime termination, anything like that. They framed it in a way that we're just trying to suspend your service until you stop downloading. You stop downloading, your problems are over.
Wow. Well, it's easy to download once they blacklist you from the service. But now there is not going to be a blacklist, right? There's no text file somewhere that has all these user accounts and IP addresses that says once I get cut off from one service, I can't join another.
Yeah, you look at these guys at the ISPs and they'll blanch. I mean, it freaks them out if people are thinking this. There's nothing in there that says if you get kicked off AT&T that Verizon won't take you. But there have been, reports. I talked to a 67-year-old woman in Colorado who was kicked off her network wrongfully, and she said that she was told if we kick you off, then the other service provider in the area won't also take you. Now, I have no way of knowing if that's true or not,
right?
But that's what they told her.
Well, Greg, that's interesting for 2 reasons. For me personally, I'm in Los Angeles, so if I get kicked off of Time Warner, I've got nobody else. So it doesn't matter, blacklist or not, if I want broadband, it's not happening for me. So I think for a lot of users out there, that's their situation, thanks to wonderful anti-monopoly laws. So that's a situation for many people. But the other one is you said that she potentially was wrongfully accused of this. And this happens all the time with blanket lawsuits. They say, oh, you've downloaded, you had to have the Lady Gaga discography. Well, turns out my grandmother doesn't know who that is. She didn't download it at all. How can she appeal?
Well, she called up the company, and then she called me. And she kind of used me, the press, as to say, hey, this is wrong. I'm 67-year-old. You guys are accusing me of downloading The Family Guy and, Bart Simpson. It wasn't me. And so they saw the pattern of usage, and they said, oh, okay, we made a mistake here. It turns out she didn't know how to secure her wireless.
Right.
And they came out and fixed it for her.
Well, so then you're going to be
an isolated event.
Exactly. This is an isolated event. You would have to speak out for thousands of people who could potentially be wrongfully accused if their wireless isn't secured. Is there an official sort of petition process or appeal process with this 6 strikes law or legislation or rule?
The ISPs have created this, you can come and make an appeal. The Electronic Frontier Foundation, the advocacy group for internet users and tech companies, has kind of pointed out, well, the ISPs are hiring this independent counsel. Are they going to be that independent? We have to see how that works out. But I think what's important here is that it costs you $35, And, you know, if there's a logjam of people, how, you know, expedient is this going to be? We don't know yet.
I love that. Guilty until proven innocent. Give us your $35, and then we'll get back to you in like 8 weeks or so and find out if you really do love the Family Guy. When does this actual 6 strikes go into effect? Has it started today? Should I cancel my torrents?
No, they've got till, I guess, 9 months to fulfill the agreement, and I think they'll be coming in over that 9 months. You'll start to see people receive some of these letters sporadically over the next 9 months.
All right. Well, Greg, thank you so much for joining us, as always, for keeping us in the loop. And I will email you as soon as this happens, assuming my internet hasn't been cut off, because I really do love the Family Guy. Thank you so much for joining us, Greg. We appreciate it.